What's up everyone, and welcome back to another Pardes Farms fruit review. Today we have a really special fruit. This is the San Pablo Sugar Apple, and it's something I've been wanting to try for a really long time and actually didn't even know existed until about a few months ago. I really enjoy sugar apple, CHIRIMOYAs, soursop, and anything in the ANONNA family, and we're going to speak about that a little bit today. This is a rather rare variety, generally referred to as wild sweet sop. It is a red sugar apple. As you can see, it's got a really beautiful coloration on this. Matter of fact, let me get you over here so you can really get this color on there. I don't know if we'll get a good focus or not, but it's a super beautiful deep red, and the inside is even more beautiful. So I want to get right into this and introduce this fruit. This is a tree fruit that grows in South America and the West Indies, in the ANONNA family. This is ANONNA reticulata, and it's got a lot of other varieties, for example, in the ANONNA family that you may know. Closer related would be the ATOMOYA, which is, if I'm not mistaken, ANONNA squamosa, and ANONNA muricata, which is the soursop that everybody knows and loves, and praises for its medicinal benefits and also its really good flavor. So I want to get right into this and speak a little bit about how this tastes, how this smells, how this looks, feels, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to give it a little smell over here. There's not much scent coming off of it. We do this just because a lot of times you'll smell a fruit and not think it smells like or tastes like much. Once you get in there, it's got all kinds of things going on. So smell, there's really not much going on there. And I'm gonna grab this knife over here. It's a little bit oversized for this task. That's what I got right now, so we're gonna have to deal with it. Just a little bit oversized. So let's get into this and cut it right open. I don't wanna go on too much without speaking and showing you this beautiful fruit, all right? So without further ado, let's cut right into this. You can see it is quite soft and perfectly ripe. Oh man, that's an absolute beauty. Look at this gem. Are you ready, guys? All right, fine. Look at this absolute beauty. I really hope the camera's picking that up nicely. It's got such a nice pink color in there. This is the pink variety versus the red variety. There's another one that is a little bit more red in there, and I forgot the exact name. I think it might be San Jose or another San. Oh, get you guys good over here. All right, I just wanted to get a beautiful shot of that, as a lot of people really want to see exactly what it looks like to compare it to certain other varieties. I'll try to get a little flick. Wow, is that beautiful. It really does look like it's an ice cream right off of fruit. I can't really explain it otherwise. The texture, the colors, the creamy white mixed with that pink is just absolutely astonishing. I really want to get a good shot of this for you. Maybe in the sun like this. Here we go. And look how soft this thing is. You can just push it out like that and then grab a little bite. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bite of this and give you a little bit of a taste review, even though I've already had it. It kind of dawns on me as I eat it, what it tastes like, and new flavors kind of come along. So let's get into this. Cheers. Oh my God, is that good. I gotta say, the first thing that comes to my mind is those little yolk tubes that we used to drink as kids. It's really got that yogurt, kind of super thick yogurt, really smooth at the same time, like basically the perfect yogurt. I personally don't like the yolks anymore, but this is way beyond that. It's got a really fruity strawberry yogurt kind of flavor to it. Once you freeze one of these, it literally becomes frozen yogurt, mimics ice cream almost to a T, which honestly blew my mind to bits. Like, I didn't even bother taking out the seeds. I just took the skin off and mashed it up, put it in the freezer for about 20 minutes, and boom, you have like an absolute delicacy. So if ever you do go ahead and play with it, you could get rid of some of those seeds in there. Let me show you this. Mind you, the seeds are really, really small. I'm talking like real small versus other anonnas where they're much bigger, a little bit more cumbersome, and when you go in to take a bite, it kind of fills up most of your mouthfeel, so it's not as enjoyable. This is honestly a winner to me. This is by far, I'd have to say, my favorite fruit. I really don't like saying favorites because I change flavor profiles quite often, especially while trying a bunch of these fruits. It's really a blessing to be able to do that, and you know, it's kind of hard to say one of them is my favorite, but so far this really has to be it. The flavor is just unreal for something that comes off of a tree. There's really nothing you need to do to it. It's really sweet. It's got the perfect sweetness. It's not as sweet, I'd say, as like some other CHIRIMOYAs or ATOMOYAs that are like basically straight sugar, but it's way more enjoyable because it's got more flavor to it. Other ATOMOYAs are kind of more just on the sweet side and don't necessarily have a deep flavor profile. I find they actually taste a little bit like maple syrup, mostly because they're so sweet that it's just like a syrupy, amazing, creamy, kind of like ice creamish fruit, minus the vanilla. So that's what I mean by it's a little toned down. This here is a whole nother story. There's like all kinds of berry flavors that remind you of strawberry, but it's probably not specifically strawberry. It's just got that kind of like strawberry flavor that they reformulate and put into ice cream for you to think strawberry. Absolute, incredibly insane fruit. Like I lost words. Creaminess, I have to compare this to, let's see. It has a little bit of that somewhat like sugary graininess that pears have, but not the fuzz. If you've ever had an ANONNA, the only reason I'm saying pears, if you haven't, you wouldn't really know what an ANONNA has in terms of like grittiness once you get close to the skin. It has a little bit of like a sugary grittiness, but it's super enjoyable on this one. It's not too much at all. And the skin's actually really, really smooth. If I'm not mistaken, you could eat this no problem with the skin, and it probably wouldn't even be so bothersome. I just like eating only the good or the better parts. Wow. So I want to get a little bit more nerdy on this stuff. And let's see, what do we have over here? Health benefits. Yeah, so that's one of the things I don't touch on really much because, you know, I don't have a doctorate. My God, is that beautiful. I wish. I'm gonna get you guys some really good shots because the reverse camera over here is not really getting those focuses. It's kind of unfortunate, but that stuff is incredible. There's little speckles of pink within the white. It's really a work of art on a tree. But back to health benefits, I don't really touch much on that just because a lot of people get in their feelings about certain things like that. To be honest with you, every single one of these fruits have incredible medicinal benefits. It's not even a question. They're really, really nutrient dense. They're things that you don't necessarily take in all the time. You're not used to taking in these kinds of things, especially if you're from a North American climate and you have never left there. You may have heard about this stuff from back home in your country, or you may have tasted it, but if you haven't in a long time, your body gets adapted to what it's been eating, which is mostly Canadian diet, which is quite diverse considering we get a lot of imports, but it's not the same as these super rare jungle fruits that you don't get to have. Your body reacts differently to that and really wakes up because it has stuff that it never ate before, or it hasn't had in such a long time that it really needs replenishing on. So for example, passion fruit is a really, really good example of that. You know, you eat a passion fruit, it wakes up your senses without a doubt. I've had many friends, you know, not feel perfect or just feel like a little groggy that day and have a passion fruit and just, you know, swore that it changed their day entirely. I don't doubt it because I've had the same thing happen to me. Passion fruit in the morning is great. It's not always the best thing because it'll make your stomach sour. So you still got to know how to play with these things. But it's good to know that the intakes that you're going to be taking that you don't take in all the time will really, really boost you that much further and benefit your body. So I want to get into maybe different recipes with this, but I'm pretty sure it's quite self-explanatory unless you're not necessarily the most creative in the kitchen. This is something that you could add just a tiny bit of coconut milk or coconut cream to and blend it up to make it a bit more ice cream like, even though it really does not need that. I highly encourage you, if you ever get to try this fruit, we're going to try to stock it. If we can't though, and if you ever do happen to fall on this fruit, we have had some people that said that they swiped a whole bunch of it up from certain, actually no, sorry, that was black zapote. But if ever you do find this fruit, one of the things to do with it is just mash it up, take out the seeds, put it in the freezer, and eat it as an ice cream. It's absolutely incredible. If you want to add some coconut milk or coconut cream, it'll make it get a little bit smoother and a bit more ice cream-like. But if you don't like coconut, it might ruin that flavor for you. So, health benefits. I was looking this up. It says per 100 grams, there's 23% vitamin C, which is a daily value of vitamin C, which is incredible. Meaning if you eat the whole one of these, or a large enough one of these, it's your entire daily value of vitamin C. It's really not hard to eat one of these. They're delicious, and it's basically like eating ice cream for breakfast. 17% vitamin B6, that's pretty huge. There's a whole bunch of other stuff, so I don't want to get into that, but I really want to encourage you to go look it up just by telling you these few different facts over here. It grows in South America and West Indies, if I didn't mention that already. It grows a lot of other places too that are really, really tropical, and that collect fruit. So like, for example, if you go to certain countries, they might not even know that this exists, even though it might grow in their forests, just because it's something that's actually wild. Some people have taken it and tried to propagate it in order to keep it going, but those people are very, very slim. So, very rare fruit, very incredible fruit. This is without a doubt the craziest thing I've tasted off a tree so far. Hard to say that though, because black zapote was really, really up there. It's literally chocolate pudding. Go check out that video if you haven't checked it out yet. Make sure to stay up on point with the website just to be sure that you don't miss any drops. There's a few drops this week. For example, milk apple from Jamaica. That's going to be really, really fun. We've been waiting all year for that, and that's a yearly drop, so don't miss that. Make sure to follow us on all platforms at Pardes Farms on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you know the drill, just about everywhere. And there's a little bit of different content on each one, so it's not because you follow us on one that you'll see everything that we post. Especially if you're on this YouTube video, you'd know that you wouldn't see this anywhere else because it's quite a long video, and we're starting to post way more stuff on YouTube versus Instagram, just because people on YouTube have more of attention span, and you know, the love and work that we put into showing you and portraying you these fruits will actually be worthwhile. So that's that for the red or pink sugar apple, San Pablo. Super incredible fruit. So blessed I've been able to find this. And go check out the website at www.pardesfarms.com to order yourself some crazy fruits like this. We get all kinds of imports from Colombia, and we also get some stuff from Jamaica and a few different countries, South America. I won't name all of them right now, just not to bore you. But go check it out. Love to see you guys again. And once again, cheers.